Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfriti and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is Ilay Tiambal and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
In the news tonight, North celebrates Constitution Day in a big way. Assistant Minister Lorna Eden resigns. A new weather station opened in Lambasa.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
For the first time ever, Constitution Day was celebrated in Lambasa in a big way, with thousands of people from around the north gathered at Subrail Park to commemorate this day. The event was a sea of different colours, with people from all walks of life, including government officials, diplomatic corps, school students, religious organisations and defence forces. Akusita Tale with more.
This was the order of the day as Fijians in the north celebrated with a march, performed items and delivered speeches to mark the importance of our constitution.
You may find it hard to perceive and regard the constitution as important or exciting. In fact, all too often, it is something that we take for granted. But as patriotic Fijians and good citizens of our country, we should refer to this document as a good thing.
President Major General retired Churchi Conrote reminded Fijians to reflect on the immense intent and value of our constitution and appreciate the rights that it affords and grants to all Fijians.
The Fijian constitution is the guiding light that drives all of government's actions and deeds. It is the blueprint by which all progress is achieved. It guarantees each of us with rights and equality and ensures that our nation is always moving forward and never reverting to the past.
Equality amongst all Fijians is most appealing in the Fijian constitution. Either rich or poor, white or black, and Itauke or Indo-Fijian, everyone is considered equal.
The Constitution has guaranteed common and equal citizenry to every Fijian for the first time in our history, and it guarantees a vast array of social and economic rights.
Meanwhile, it was also the first time the President publicly acknowledged the Prime Minister and the government for having faith in him to be reappointed into office for a second term. Agusita Tale, FBC News.
Lorna Eden has resigned from her assistant ministerial position effective from today. Her portfolio includes local government, housing and environment. In a statement released this afternoon, Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama has accepted her resignation. FBC understands Eden's resignation stems from claims that her and her husband Tim Eden's company, Mainland Resorts Limited, allegedly breached the environmental law when they cleared mangroves on Bakambaka Island in Savu without first obtaining an environmental impact assessment report. The couple have been issued with a notice to stop work on Bakambaka Island outside Savu town. However, Eden will continue to serve as a Member of Parliament. The people of Vanua Levu can now access timely weather information with the opening of the Lambasa Meteorological Office. Eleanor Rangaivu reports the new office will complement services provided at the Suva and Nandi weather offices and also serve our neighbouring Pacific Island countries.
This new $1.2 million facility is part of government's efforts to step up our resilience to the reality of climate change.
The opening of the state-of-the-art regional facility is another step my government is taking to protect Fijians from these worsening impacts, giving ourselves a powerful new tool in predicting and preparing for tropical cyclones.
Speaking on the eve of his return from the additional COP23 negotiating session in Bangkok, Thailand, Bainimarama says Fijians continue to be under siege from the effects of climate change, adding every second counts when it comes to disaster preparedness.
Even an extra second of warning ahead of a storm can save a life. That is why we have not spared any expense in delivering this $1.2 million facility, which is designed to give us the largest possible window to prepare for any storms that may be headed in our direction.
Director Meteorology Ravindra Kumar says the new facility will work in coordination with the Nandi Forecasting Center and the Suva Met office.
The advantage of such an office is that the people would be able to come directly and get this information. At the same time, during the times of disasters, the coordination amongst the heads of department and the Commissioner Northern is much easier, and the information flows very freely.
With the new facility, meteorological services in Lambasa has been upgraded from observational status to weather forecasting and climate prediction. This means it can now issue cyclone warnings and advisories to the public. Eleanor Turangaibiu, FBC News.
Fiji will bid for a seat on the United Nations Human Rights Council for the term 2019 to 2021. This comes after Fiji deferred its candidacy last year for the UNHRC after the Prime Minister Vurenge Bainimarama chose to focus on climate change and the COP23 presidency. Elections for UNHRC is scheduled for October in Geneva, Switzerland, with the Geneva and New York Fiji mission spearheading the lobbying for the position. In a video released this week, Fiji's permanent representative to the UN, Ambassador Nazat Shamim Khan, highlighted why Fiji should be the first Pacific Island country to sit on the council.
Fiji promises to continue to give priority to the issues of gender equality, the synergy between climate change and human rights, and SDGs and human rights. Fiji pledges to continue to lend a progressive and dynamic voice to difficult conversations about the relationship between culture and human rights and about the intersectionality of human rights and the way that they translate to the norms and values of people on the ground.
Still to come, thousands show interest in PRB flats. And Water Authority concerned with irresponsible consumers. Details after the break.
Bula, neva ngomala kay leloma, ngongai nakas ondo magrong ng Bula FM, namban dua na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Lambasa, ya ondo talita na warong ng Bula FM, namban dua na sere.
Guya do tumeli ako na tao no hingatoka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, namban dua na sere.
Wala tunga ng Bula FM, namban dua na sere namalun.
Na vengo fani na tao no hingatoka, kita ondo talita ka ng Bula FM, namban dua na sere.
Bula FM, namban dua na sere.
The Public Rental Board has welcomed the 3 acres of land that has been allocated to them by the Housing Authority at the new development site in the Vuilevu Nausori. PRB's Chief Executive Patrick Veo says this is good news considering the number of applications on their waiting list. Savara Tambor reports close to 1,000 Fijians are in need of homes, have registered their interest with the PRB.
The Public Rental Board has received 600 applications from the Central Division, 300 from the West and a little over 100 from the North. However, the board is yet to put together a master plan for the 3-acre piece of land that will benefit many Fijians.
We can accommodate part of that 600 if the 3 acres is given to us and we are able to develop that. We will be able to construct maybe 150 to 200 rental flats, and that will sort of cushion the wait list that is out there.
PRB says it's their priority to ensure rent fees that are allocated to the public is affordable. Meanwhile, the Housing Authority says the new project will provide a wide range of housing options to applicants, including the PRB.
It comprises of a mixed development, which includes residential, commercial. There will be some strata allocations. We've given some allocation also to Public Rental Board.
The project, which cost the Housing Authority $32 million, will cater for more than 2,000 families who are in need of homes. Sabera Tambua, FBC News.
The eviction notices given to 4 tenant families of the Public Rental Board housing at Mid Road in Nambour expire tomorrow. Members of the 4 families were implicated in a confrontation with police that occurred back in June. FBC News was reliably informed that after a thorough investigation by police and the PRB, the tenants were given notices informing them that they had until next Monday to move out, and if they failed to move, legal action would be taken. Attorney General and Minister for Economy Ayaz Said Qayyum says it's apparent there's a need to improve services for Fijians living in rural and remote communities. The AG was in Vunivau, Lambasa last night, where he heard firsthand from residents about some of the issues they're facing. Maggie Boyle reports.
The tenants, are we working with government or ITLB?
It was a residents' forum to better understand and sustain their community in the long term.
We need more Fijians to own more of their own homes, having secure leases, having long-term leases.
It was also an avenue to clarify issues.
We have water problems. It's been 2 months we don't have water.
This is why we've been talking about, for the past 3-4 years, we keep on talking about civil service reforms.
About paying off lease and paying off surveyors, is it free or do we tenants pay for the surveying of our land?
Survey fees, etc., that's taken care of by us. You don't care about that. All you have to do is you simply need to pay the premium, which you pay over a period of time.
The Attorney General noting it's evident some services need improving.
You know, places that are further away from Suva, people tend to become a bit more, how do I say, main boy about things, so they don't actually try and deliver the services. So I apologize for that. We'll certainly look into it, and I've in fact spoken to the Chairman of Water Authority Fiji before even coming here, and I knew these issues would get raised.
The Vunivau community is located outside of Limbasa town with close to 500 households. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Carting water to areas affected by the long dry spell in the west and the north remains a challenge for the Water Authority. The Water Authority is calling on those affected to adhere to the water carting schedule that has been rolled out in the 2 divisions. Catherine Krishna reports.
Concerns have been raised by the Water Authority that despite numerous calls to conserve water during the long dry spell affecting the west and the north, many continue to hinder this.
So what we are seeing is that people are still not following the water cutting schedule. They are calling on non-cutting areas on a non-cutting schedule on days that are not scheduled for their areas, and these are basically because they are not using water wisely.
Board Director Kamal Gounder says it's also disappointing to find out that metered customers are not saving water.
With this, what we are requesting the general public is to store sufficient level of water. So in terms of if there is an unplanned shutdown, they can use that water.
Authorities Manager Customer Services Sekove Ului Nayao says teams have been mobilized in different divisions to cart clean and safe water.
We're expecting or anticipating that it will increase in the next few months if rain doesn't fall for these affected areas.
Residents living in the affected areas are advised to cut down on washing cars, driveways and watering gardens. Usage of water should now be focused on necessities only, as the dry spell is expected to continue till November. Catherine Krishna, FBC News.
The Pacific Community's Regional Rights Resource Team announced the screening of the internationally recognized and award-winning documentary Ladies in Waiting yesterday. Ladies in Waiting is a documentary about Joey Mataele and the challenges faced by the Tongan ladies. Mataele says the story reveals what it means to be different in a society ruled by tradition and what it takes to be accepted without forgetting who you are. Meanwhile, she says a lack of empowerment leads them to isolation and risky sexual behavior, and therefore capacity building is much needed.
If you are a leader, you create your own ideas. For example, safe spaces of LGBTQI, spiritually, leaving positive messages are necessary.
Ahead in sports, Fijian draw flankers ready to play a vital role tomorrow. And Fiji football turns focus to Singapore match.
Voila, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Senirawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Nosuri. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Mariva. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Fiji Airways draw flankers Penny Reinre and skipper Moses Evoka are expected to play an important role when they take on Brisbane City in the National Rugby Championship match tomorrow. Voka says the players need to do their basics right in order to win their second consecutive match. Vashnil Prasad reports.
Going through their captain's run, the Fijian Drua is confident to overcome Brisbane City. Skipper Moses Evoka says the equation to beat their opponent is simple.
We just have to work as a team, just executing our game plans and winning all our possessions like line out scrums. If we do that and work hard tomorrow, we will come out victorious tomorrow.
Flanker Penny Reinre, who missed the game last weekend, has made his way back in the team.
It's going to be a lot harder and a lot tougher for us, and everyone is gunning for a win. It is a short span competition.
Nindrua players are calling on their fans to come in numbers and support them.
Our local fans to come out in numbers and come and cheer for our Drua boys.
The Drua will take on the Brisbane City at 3 p.m. at Lautoka's Churchill Park tomorrow. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
Separee scored a hat-trick of tries as Waikato defeated Wellington 43-31 in the Mitre 10 Cup. Strong performance as they came from behind to beat Manawatu by 34-23. Crusaders pivot Richie Maunga has been named a fly half for New Zealand's Rugby Championship encounter against Argentina tomorrow. Bowden Barrett started the first two games despite calls for Maunga to be included, but the 24-year-old has now been given his opportunity. Vodafone Fiji football coach Christophe Gamel believes having more international friendly matches will help improve the standard of the game in the country. Gamel says this will enable them to work on their weak areas as they prepare to meet Singapore next week. Vashnil Prasad reports.
Fiji football coach Christophe Gamel expects his side to display excellent skills on the field when they meet Singapore for a friendly match next week. Gamel believes the team has what it takes to beat their Asian counterpart, adding they must be mentally fit too for an international games.
Some moment in the game you are on the top, and when you are going down a bit, it's normal, is that we have to combine the really big mental. Not to lose this kind of ball and not to release easily the field to the opponent.
Captain Roy Krishna, who was at his best form against Solomon Islands on Wednesday, says the players should be very committed to the national team.
The coach is working on it really hard, but it comes down to the individuals, and I think we lacked today, but I think better performance will be against Singapore.
The Fiji football side departs for Singapore tomorrow. Vashnil Prasad, FBC Sports.
A trough of low pressure with associated cloud and showers affects the group till early Saturday. Taking a look in the west, good news for our westerners as it finally rained in most areas today. Eastwards from Pack Harbour to Suva, it was a cloudy day with a few drizzles. However, it was a different story for Suva as rain was the order of the day. And up north, weather was fine, giving way to the thousands that flocked to Lambasa to celebrate Constitution Day. At sea, it's north to southerly winds 10 to 15 knots, winds becoming predominantly southeast tomorrow, moderate seas. For the tides, high tide at 4:42 a.m. with low tide at 11:06 p.m, sunrise at 6:07. Tomorrow will be cloudy conditions throughout the country, so don't forget to take your umbrella or raincoat if you plan to go shopping. Tomorrow's temps, bar will be the hottest at 31 degrees. And looking further into Sunday, similar rainy and cloudy conditions to prevail into the weekend. Recapping the main stories for tonight, North celebrates Constitution Day in a big way. Assistant Minister Lorna Eden resigns. A new weather station opened in Lambasa. Now for these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. To our poll question this week, we're asking, should those found responsible for corrupt practices at government dispensaries be prosecuted? Visit our FBC website to answer. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply #FBC News. That was your FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, stay safe. Good night.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
हम सोनम में नसोरी जेक से मिर्ची FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jack's Nursery. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nursery. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.